Hi, I'm Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter. I'm referred to as the Big Game Hunter because I've been hunting down leaders and staff for organizations for more than 40 years. When you interview, whether it's a first or 14th interview, if you get to number 14, you can tell the employer has trouble making a decision. They'll talk about consensus, but they can't make a decision. But that's a different video. I'll get to that another time. So when you're interviewing for a position, whether the first or 14th interview, there's one basic goal that you have, and that is to demonstrate you're fit for what they're looking for and how you can deliver what they want from you. But you need to extract information from them too. And you need to take some time in advance preparing questions other than tell me about the job, okay? You can't go into so much depth as you're going to make them feel like they're going through an inquisition. But there are some things that you can ask along the way that's going to probe a little bit, and it's not designed to create an impression. So for example, if you understand my philosophy of interviewing, I have what I call the single best question you should ask on any interview that you ask before the interview starts. And I've got a video about that. Hang out with Jeff Altman, the Big Game Hunter, the single best question to ask on any interview. So that's on YouTube. Pull it down, watch that video. Give it a thumbs up, by the way, and watch that. And I have another one because since that's answering a question about the job, you can't ask about the job later on. So I have another video talking about the questions to replace at the end. But I want you to go a little bit further. What's your background? What brought you here? What was your experience before coming on board? What's the success look like to you from me? Now, that's a variation on the two previous questions I would have asked beforehand. I just don't remember the name of the video, so I apologize. But I cover some of those questions to ask. You want to have a good list, just 3 or 4 questions to cover points, and none of them should be about benefits. They'll cover benefits at the time that you get the offer. So at that point, you can ask them about their insurance coverage. We've got insurance. And understand all insurance these days has to meet the minimum requirements of the Affordable Care Act. So it's not a big complicated thing. On benefits, what you really care about is the ancillaries, like whether they pay a bonus, whether they have a 401k, what the matches are, things along those lines. They can differ from firm to firm. But ultimately, your game plan at the time of this interview is to create a great impression, leave them with the ideas about you that are consistent with what your objectives are. And just to be clear, when you go into that interview, you're thinking about what message do I want to communicate to them about myself that's going to allow them to know that I'm qualified for this role and I'd be a great fit. And conversely, you have to extract certain things from them that are going to allow them to know that you're evaluating them too, and your questions have to be reasonable. So I'm Jeff Altman. Hope you found this helpful. My website is thebiggamehunter.us. Come over and go exploring. My content is moving to the blog area on the site, so if you don't see it on one of the pages, go to the blog. You may find answers to your questions there, and use the category function in order to see whether or not your question is answered. Also, if we're not connected on LinkedIn, send a connection request at linkedin.com/IN/the-big-game-hunter. I accept connection requests from people worldwide. Final point, often you'll have a question about job hunting, but make the mistake of asking the wrong people for advice. Reach out to me through PrestoExperts.com. Easiest way to find me that way is bit.ly, bit.ly/ and this is all in lowercase, Presto Experts, treated as one word. You'll be taken to a page for me. Reach out through Presto Experts. I'd be happy to answer your questions. I'm Jeff Altman. Have a great day.